Hey, it's Frank from Unforced Errors. I am back with another review or comparison or whatever you want to call this long term on these two paddles. These are the Vatic Sagas. There's two of the three here. I have the Flash here, and then I also have the Bloom. So we're going to talk about both of those and what I think as far as long-term review and how long I've had them and all of that stuff. So let's get into it.
0, 1. Let's get started.
All right, so the Saga 16 millimeter flash is the one that I have. I purchased this in November of 2024. So I have a long-standing love of Vatic and their paddles. I have preached many times about the Purple Prism Flash and how much I really enjoy that paddle. So when it came to get something similar to that, but something that was going to give me a little bit more power, I decided that the Saga was the perfect step up. So I ended up buying the paddle, and when I first used it, I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of similar principles that go in from the Purple Vatic Flash, the Prism, to the Saga. One of those is that it's very plush, and the unique thing about this paddle is it's very plush, has a little bit more pop than the Purple, the Prism Flash. I use the colors because the naming convention a little bit wild early on. Now it seems like they've leveled out. I digress. The Saga was plush, was great for drops, but it also had power. If you hit hard, it sent the ball flying. So it was great. I really enjoyed that. I've always been a fan of the shape. The hybrid shape, I've had, I think, 4 different Vatic paddles that have that shape to them. I'm a hybrid guy generally. I don't lean in long or elongated. And this, to clarify both of these, this is the short handle version on both of these, the Bloom and the Flash. So I started using this paddle, really enjoyed it, play with it for several months, but eventually felt like it was just a little head heavy, and I was just a little too slow at the kitchen. So there's good offense at the kitchen from it. It's not super poppy, but does have a little bit more pop, like I said. But the balance of the weight was a little bit off for me. I did try and add lead tape down here to the lower corners, right here and right here. I added 3 ounces of lead tape to each one, but at 8 to 8.3 ounces, it was already stock. I felt like once I put the weight on there, it was already too heavy for my liking. I think if you're somebody that puts lead tape at the top of your paddle here, this paddle stock would be a great option for you. And if you like heavier paddles, then again, you can weight it and it balances perfectly. Didn't have any issues with the balance, just was a little too heavy for me. So that's how I was approaching, or that's how I approached the Flash. I felt like it was a really good paddle, really solid, great attributes. My drop game was awesome with it. Drives felt good, but at the kitchen, I felt a little bit sluggish from the weight, and the balance was always a little bit off. So last month, May of 2025, I picked up the 14 millimeter Saga Bloom. As you can tell, different shape, different thickness, and honestly, a completely different paddle. To me, the difference between the two is night and day. They don't feel at all like the same paddle. So it's interesting to me that they're both labeled as a Saga because they play completely different. The Saga Bloom, the 14 millimeter, is much stiffer off the face, and it has a significant amount of pop, comparable to most higher all-court leaning power paddles. So I think it's, again, it's going to be what you prefer. Do you like a plusher feel? Do you like a stiffer feel? Do you like a little bit less pop? Or do you like more pop? I mean, these are, like I said, very different paddles here. So also the standard shape and the wide body shape, I've used paddles like that before, but this is the first time using one from Vatic. And I got to tell you, I'm not usually a wide body standard guy, but this shape has been awesome. Been really enjoying it. The other thing with this 14 millimeter variant is 7.7 ounces, and I'm playing it completely stock. Balance-wise feels awesome. I don't feel the need to add any lead tape. I think that if you wanted to help with some plow through, you could definitely add some tape along the sides, maybe at the 3 and the 9. I've seen some people wrap it, around each corner. So whatever you prefer, play style, but stock, to me, I think that it really plays well. So that's my thought on both of those paddles. Again, I've had the purple prism flash for almost 2 years, and it's still in amazing condition. I don't have it behind me because my dad is currently using it, and he's in Ohio, so I'll be getting that back at some point, who knows when, but he's been enjoying that paddle as well. But I say all of that because the durability with these paddles, and this is a Gen 1.5 paddle, is that the durability is unmatched. So none of the Gen 3 core crushing issues. That purple Vatic still plays like the day I bought it. It doesn't look the same. It's definitely scuffed and scratched to my own doing or anybody else's doing from using it. But my thing with Vatic is I've never had issues. I know that they had the Oni and that was their Gen 3 and it was a one-time thing where they had some quality control issues, but I've owned, like I said, I think 4 Vatics now. Maybe 5, I don't even remember, and I've never had any issues with any of them core crushing or having any type of the carbon fiber wearing out or any of that stuff. So huge fan. Carl is the same. We both started on Vatics. We're big fans of that company. So if you're looking for a paddle that fits these two playability wise, you can't really go wrong with either one. So that's pretty much my take. Enjoying both. I'm now leaning towards the Bloom. I really do like the 14 millimeter and the attributes that it shows, but I would tell you that you can't really go wrong. It's all dependent on your play style. So again, there are 3 shapes to the Vatic. We also have the V7, which is their elongated version. I don't have that one here. I don't usually play elongated, which is why it's not here. But again, if you like that, there's so many variations of this paddle in 16 millimeter and 14 millimeter. So you've got a lot of options to fit your play style. So yeah, it would help us out if you use the code Unforced Errors. You'll get $10 off the purchase. And if you don't want to use our code, that's cool too. We're back in the Vatic products. We're big fans of it. So that is all for now. All 9 episodes of Unforced Errors are streaming everywhere. So go check those out, and I'll see you on the next one.